This is the world's largest aircraft, and it just embarked on its maiden test flight a few days ago. The aircraft, called the Airlander 10, happens to be part plane, part helicopter, and part airship. Let's learn a little more. The concept was born in 2010 when the US military contracted a British company called Hybrid Aerial Vehicles to make an aircraft that could be used for long-endurance surveillance and intelligence. After a few years of development, the plans were cancelled in 2013 because the US military couldn't afford it anymore. Hybrid Aerial Vehicles, or HAV for short, bought back the craft from the US military and now has funding from the UK government and the EU for further development. After a bit of tinkering, the Airlander 10 was born.
It's not every day that you come across a cuddly flying machine, but this is definitely one. It's a little bit soft here and squidgy, but don't be fooled. There's actually over 30,000 cubic meters of helium inside here. That's roughly equivalent to 1 million party balloons. Up here, it's very rigid, and this doesn't actually have a structure. It's reasonably rigid because of all the gas inside. It is one beautiful machine.
Alright, so what's the big deal? Essentially, it's just a big blimp that looks like an arse. Well, yes and no. The Airlander 10 is actually kinda cool because it's using a new technology in the way that it functions. Stephen McGlennan, who was the CEO of HAV, the company that makes the Airlander 10, explains, quote, "Think of a really giant helicopter. The Airlander 10 can do the same things that a helicopter can do, that's to say, provide the air transportation for people and goods without the need for a runway. But this thing can take more over longer distances, and it's cheaper and greener too. It's a great British invention. It's a combination of an aircraft that has parts of a normal fixed-wing plane, it's got helicopter, it's got airship." End quote. So how does it get in the air and move around? The ship has 4 V8 engines that power fans for directional control, but when we talk about strictly lift and staying afloat, things get interesting. There's actually 2 ways that it stays afloat. 60% of the lift comes from using helium to displace air, like any classic blimp, but the other 40% of the lift inherently comes from the aircraft's shape, hence the odd design. The body of the Airlander 10 actually acts like a giant aerofoil as it moves through the air. So what's an aerofoil? An aerofoil is the vital cross-sectional shape of wings that provide lift and allow planes to fly. Here's how it works. The shape splits air into 2 streams. The top stream moves faster than the bottom stream, and in physics, faster flowing air generally exerts less pressure. So this means the air on the top of the wing exerts less downward pressure than the upward pressure coming from the air flowing under the wing. This causes a net upward force, otherwise known as lift. So integrating this shape into the body of the Airlander 10 gives it a lot of lift as it moves through the air. Alright, so we're almost at the end of the video. Let's take a quick look at a couple of stats. So how big is this thing? It is 92 meters long, or 302 feet in length, has a cruising speed of 148 kilometers an hour or 92 miles an hour, and it can stay 5 days at a time in the air. So in conclusion, it is a cool new technology, but at a cost of $35 million, I'm not sure if there's any real commercial use that could make a reasonable return on profit. That being said, this first version can carry up to 10 tons of cargo, and the next model is said to be able to carry 50 tons, but that price I think is too much. But it is still a cool concept nonetheless, and it's good to see some innovation every once in a while. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Alright guys, that's the end of the video, thanks for watching. I thought I'd just release a quick video while I'm working on some other stuff, which you'll see soon. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. This has been Dagogo, and you've been watching Cold Fusion. Cheers guys, and I'll catch you again soon for the next video. Have a good one.
Cold Fusion. It's new thinking.